Climate change is rippling through all of Earth's key systems like a virus. One of the first places it shows up is at the polar ice caps. August 22nd, 2006, Beaufort Sea, Alaska. Scientists report a huge hole in the ice sheet. Called a polynya, over the summer it grows to about the size of Iceland. And it's not supposed to be there. V. Ramanathan.
This is the year we witnessed in the Arctic sea ice a huge polynya. This is open water in the middle of this 10 million square million kilometer ice sheet. It's never happened before.
Scientists think this giant hole in the ice is caused by warmer waters and changing winds. Later in the summer, a giant crack opened up in the ice running from Arctic Russia all the way to the pole. It was the first time in history anything like this had ever been seen. But the country-sized Polynya Gap and the mega ice crack aren't the only signs of warming here in the Arctic. Global warming is eating away at the edges of the Arctic sea ice with astonishing speed. Sea ice always shrinks in the summer, but in 2006 it shrank 15% more than it usually does. This is the 5th year in a row it's been below average. Antarctic ice is melting too. All this shrinking ice just speeds up global warming. That's because the snow and ice on the surface of the planet acts like a reflective sunscreen that you might put in the windshield of your car. Around 10% of the planet is permanently covered with snow and ice. But as it disappears, more sun hits the darker ocean, heating it up. The warming ocean melts more ice, and the whole cycle accelerates. Less ice, more heat. At this rate, scientists estimate that by 2066, there will be no summer sea ice in the Arctic. But even now, the melting ice wreaks havoc on animals and may be killing people. September 13th, 2006. Field biologists make a disturbing discovery. Female polar bears are becoming dangerously thin. Bears that are too thin can't reproduce. In 2006, females were 20% lighter than 25 years ago. The weight loss is linked to disappearing ice. Polar bears are adapted to hunt on the ice. Their phenomenal sense of smell allows them to detect seals' breathing holes from miles away. Then they lurk nearby, waiting to ambush their prey. But with less ice and much more open sea, seals don't need to rely on the holes to breathe. So there are fewer places for the bears to pounce. They are not only eating less, they are forced to burn far more energy in their search for food.
I'm seeing things just this year that I never, ever thought I would see. Like, oh wow, polar bears might actually go extinct because of global warming. We realized that in 2006.
Melting ice isn't just a problem for bears. Inuit leaders report that in the past few years, an increasing number of skilled hunters have vanished. It's feared they've fallen through the thinning ice. Inuit rely on years of experience to survive on the ice. But a warming planet is changing the rules, and people may be dying because of it. Wangari Maathai.
One of the disadvantages of environmental degradation is that it's a very, very slow process, and that quite often the generation that destroys the environment is not the one that pays the price.
As the warming continues, future generations may be threatened by an icy time bomb. If the ice cap covering Greenland melts completely, sea levels will rise over 20 feet, flooding most of the world's coastal cities. So melting ice isn't just an Inuit problem. It's something that threatens half the world's population.